You've just listened to Miss Brady teach you about water borders, rivers, and Lake Drummond and the Dismal Swamp in your lesson video. We are going to be completing our notes for these 3 pages, the water borders, rivers, and Lake Drummond and the Dismal Swamp. We're then going to be done with all of our notebook pages for our regions unit. So to get started, I'm going to zoom in on my notes with my fingers. I'm going to use my screen to help me move around. And I'm going to fill in the blanks. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to select my black pen and I'm going to select draw with touch so that I can use my stylus to write on my computer. So first, the Chesapeake Bay. This provided I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer, and our fill in the blank is safe harbor. Our second fill in the blank, the Chesapeake Bay was a source of food. They were able to fish and get things out of the Chesapeake Bay to eat, and transportation. They were able to use boats to travel on the Chesapeake Bay. Now, over on the Atlantic Ocean provided transportation, again with the boats, using a boat on the Atlantic Ocean, between Virginia and other places. So that's it for our, oh, no, we have some more fill in the blanks at the bottom, but I'm going to complete my bullets in my box. So first bullet says create a compass rose on the map of Virginia. We've done this plenty of times. You learned about the compass with Mrs. Herrera. We have never, eat, soggy, waffles for north, east, south, and west. I'm going to use my fingers to drag my screen down and I'm going to check off create a compass rose on the map of Virginia. The second bullet says color the water blue. I'm going to use this marker just because, oh, I can make my highlighter smaller. Let's use the blue highlighter, but make it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to come in here with my small highlighter and color all of the water blue. And we have these rivers that we just learned about. And I'm going to get a thicker one to color my Atlantic Ocean. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just important that you know where the water is. So I'm going to come back up here and select my black pen again. And just because we've done it a few times on the other pages, I'm going to put Chesapeake Bay and Atlantic Ocean. We have some arrows here to point. Our information about the Chesapeake Bay points to the Chesapeake Bay. Our information about the Atlantic Ocean points to the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm going to come down here and I am going to check off that I colored the water blue. And then we're going to circle the peninsula of the Eastern Shore. Our Eastern Shore is right here. Oh, I don't like how I did that, so I'm going to erase that. I'm going to use a little bit of a thicker black pen. That's our Eastern Shore. It's actually connected to Maryland, so mainland Virginia and where we live is over here on mainland Virginia. And then the Eastern Shore, to get to it, you either need to travel this way to the southern tip of the Eastern Shore or go all the way up through Maryland to get to the Eastern Shore. So I'm going to come back down to the bottom and check off that I circled the peninsula, the Eastern Shore. The landform is a peninsula and its specific name is Eastern Shore. That's why it's capitalized, Eastern and Shore. Now I'm going to scroll down to fill in my last 2 blanks. A blank is a piece of land bordered by water on 3 sides. That's going to be a peninsula. I can use this word right up here to help me remember how to spell peninsula. And the Eastern Shore is an example of a peninsula. So a peninsula is anything bordered by water on 3 sides, and then a specific example in Virginia is the Eastern Shore, that piece that's connected to Maryland. Now your job is going to be completing these two drag and drop activities. These pieces in yellow, you're going to either drag to Chesapeake Bay or Atlantic Ocean, and whoops, there's no word bay in there, so we can write that. We know it's the Chesapeake. That's just a little error. So you're going to drag the pieces to either Chesapeake Bay or Atlantic Ocean, depending on which it's describing. Use your notes on the left-hand side of your page to help you drag those yellow pieces. And then you're going to drag the green pieces into this box about peninsulas. Here's the definition. So what is a peninsula? And then a specific example of a peninsula in Virginia. Again, use your notes on the left-hand side. After you're done dragging and dropping those pieces, your teacher will be able to see where you place them and to see if you got it correct. And then you're going to click on the rivers page, and there will be another video on that page to help you with the notes for the rivers page. So once this video is done, click on rivers.